patients get worked up with traumatic images. James had not just brought it on himself, but he deserved it. He jumped out of his bed. "Sir Lawrence, come in here at once." Sir Lawrence burst through the doors and took the entire scene in. The prince was pacing around the room, Nerissa was lying shocked in bed, and the princess was thrilled. James screamed, "Bind her! Bind this vile woman!" Sir Lawrence was confused. While he was trained to follow the prince's orders, he wasn't sure he was allowed to lay hands on the princess. There were rules forbidding him to do so. He realized the prince might just be reacting and may need to cool off. "I can't, Your Highness. Maybe you need to just sit down," he said. James was not having it. "Bind her at once, I order you." Sir Lawrence looked helplessly at Ellie. He wasn't sure what to do. Of course, Ellie knew he wasn't allowed to touch her. This was all part of her plan. Ellie tried to play innocent again. "You asked me to come serve you. I did exactly that, and I followed the traditions of your own house. You can't punish me for that." James leaned as close to Ellie as he could. "You will pay for this." Ellie put on a tougher act. "You brought me here for your own petty revenge because you're obsessed with tormenting me for some reason. Then you punish me because you can't make love to your mistress. That's your fault, not mine." Sir Lawrence looked at Ellie with newfound respect. She would never have stuck up for herself like this before. The princess seemed like a whole new person. James looked at Lawrence. "Sir Lawrence, forget the rules. If you will not bind her, then I will have your head." Sir Lawrence gave Ellie a pained look, then moved to do as he was told. He grabbed Ellie's hands and, in a swift motion, bound them together with some rope. "I'm sorry, Your Highness. I have no power in this situation." Ellie was not mad at Lawrence for following his orders. She was mad at James for throwing such a huge tantrum. He was truly a dangerous and vindictive man. She struggled against her restraints. "You're not serious, Your Highness. You can't do this. I am your wife. It's against the rules." Ellie had not anticipated this. Her mind raced as she tried to think of what she could do next. The prince had bullied her in the past, but he had never laid a hand on her. This was a truly brutal time, and if she wanted to be queen, she would have to survive whatever came next. Lawrence held Ellie from behind her back. "What do you want me to do, Your Highness?" James looked at Ellie with disgust. "Take her to the yard."